Coach, it is something not seen all that often in these parts. Playoff football in North Carolina. We've got it at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Los Angeles Rams and the Carolina Panthers. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And that's complete to Cooks. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Cobb. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. You think back to the Super Bowl against New England. The Rams never even got into the red zone in that game. And now here they are in the red zone on their opening drive with a first down. On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
76,
Throwing on third. Gone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's get off the field. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's put that team on the bus.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Newton. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Nickel Roby-Coleman there defensively. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Dontari Poe in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a 1st down as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
We go tonight. 120. Hey, here we go.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And down he'll go at the 25. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Gun.
On 1st and 10, Newton. He gets it to Thomas. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. They'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
That's it, baby.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check curls. Mike 29. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Newton now to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So from Rams territory now, it's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Newton gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Newton now to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 17-yard line. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Running with the fullback, Alex Arma. And he'll take this one down near the 15. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Throwing on second and 8. Newton. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That leads us to a first and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Mike 54. Focus, defense, focus.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Here's Newton. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
29 is a Mike. Mike 29.
Out of the gun, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He can run, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. A 5-yard touchdown run, and the Panthers have taken the lead. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns third and goal into a touchdown. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Breanne Bonnie Calhoun.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Mike 29. Here we go. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. 29 is the Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
Game situation. Let's go.
Now a first down throw for Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Newton. And it's caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
And if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
What we got? Check 44. Check 17.
Now on 2nd and 13. Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. 20! And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, 46 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken short. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
That's got to be a long
This is McCaffrey. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Great. That's the way. 94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. Watch the pass. Here we go.
Operating from the gun. Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Newton now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a first and 10. From the gun, Newton. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Operating from the gun. Newton flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
20. Squeeze, double. Right there.
Throwing again on second down. Newton got an open man. It's McLeod. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 14.
A gain of 19 yards.
Gun.
That's another Panthers first down.
From the red zone now, Newton. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Gun.
Now it's Newton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Ray McLeod as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, second and 3. Goff now looks to throw. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. The final shot before break here, Goff. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. From the 29, Newton. And that is incomplete here. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And it's third down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Flush to his right. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's got the hook up to McLeod. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. On first down, it's Newton. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards, first down Panthers. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Again, Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Rams have got it back.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball. And we just saw there that that's difficult to do. But just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on. But the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
They run. It's Gurley. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Goff. He's going to air it out deep for, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, 68 yards, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the slant.
From the gun, here's Newton. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
20.
On 2nd and 12, Newton. That's complete to McCaffrey. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Can't find it. He lost the football. It's out. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
James Bradbury there to make the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go, B, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Gurley. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Steps away to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive. And he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards. And now a decision here on 4th and 1. And his kick is good. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
He's crashing.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
You got 3. 3 down. 94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. Crunch time, defense. 94 is the mark.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 62 yards. yards. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. There aren't any speed limits out there, and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And shutting him off, now open field. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
180. Let him know. Let him know.
They'll run it now. This is Jarkandrick West. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
What's that? 180. 29. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
Out of the gun, Newton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now it's Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Goff. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Going up top for Kupp. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 26-yard line.
54 is mine. 54.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Newton. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Gun. Check. Great.
From the gun, Newton. And that is incomplete. Ray McLeod, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. McCaffrey. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 4.
Check it back. Check it over. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's get it together.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Hey, kill. Here we go. 25. Check 25.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, watch that. Check right 54. Right 54.
Now it's gone. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Brian Burns in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw, gone. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. K'Wan Short providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Goff. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Watch 54. Man, I got you.
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on